page?
I don't see you on there.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I don't see Mac.
Okay.
Hello, friend. We are live. Carrie's testing something with her other boyfriend, Mac the knife. He might be.
You never know with Mac that I'm on the wrong link. That's why.
Ah. Hello,
Oh, God.
Teresa. Hey, do you have a kid named Leslie? Oh,
Ah,
there she is. There's
there
Mac.
you go.
You good? Hello, Sandy. Hey, Karen. Oh, there she is. There's Mac.
There you go.
You good? Hello, Sandy. Hey, Karen. Oh, there she is. There's Mac. You good? Hey, Carrie. Hello, Sandy. Hey,
That's
Karen.
me.
I think you're gonna have to mute one of your
I did, yeah.
or
Y'all.
put your volume all the way down. Hello, Sandy. Hey, Karen. I think you're gonna have to mute one of your
I did, yeah.
or put your volume all the way down. Hello, Sandy. Hey, Karen. Oops, hang on, guys. You're gonna have to mute one of your Carrie.
Yeah.
Mute both of your devices for a second.
I only have one device on.
Oops,
That's
hang
not
on,
me.
guys. You're gonna have to mute one of your Carrie. Mute both of your devices for a second.
I only have one device on. That's not
Hang on,
me.
guys. You're gonna have to mute one of your Carrie. Mute both of your devices for a second.
I only have one device on.
Wow. Can you hear that? Hang on, guys.
Okay. Sounds like something happened.
Yep. I think we're good though. I think we're good now. Well, it's hard. It's hard to handle us in monotone, let alone stereo. Hey, Lisa. I'm glad you can make it. Hi, Dolores. All right, I'm going to hide my face because it's not necessary for you to see that. We're going to start crafting along. But before I do that, I want to welcome all of you. It's going to be a really fun afternoon. And thank you, Carrie, for being my guest and for being so gracious to join and play along. And what a better time to do it than with us working on all these cookbooks and binder journals.
This is awesome. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah, and Carrie and I have been sharing that we have a special guest moderator joining us today. Now, you won't see this person, but you will hear them very clear. And everybody give a warm round of applause to our friend and moderator today, Carol at A Crinkled Path.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Awesome.
Miss Carol.
Now I'm going to try to get rid of my...
Carol, let's get this out of the way first. How's the grandbaby?
She's doing amazing. In fact, all the kids and the grandbaby showed up here for breakfast this morning.
Yay! That sounds like a great Saturday morning. Y'all should have just been listening to Zydeco, and then it would have been complete.
For sure.
Awesome. Hey, Carol. Hey, Susie. Yeah.
Hey, Teresa. Hey, Carol. Dolores. Hey, Dolores. Hey, Susie. Oh, my gosh. Everybody's here. Carol
the gang's
Johnson
all here. I know.
Welcome, everybody.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit, my friend, about what you're up to. What are you working on your project? Look, I have nothing in front of me.
Let me tell you. So I am, if y'all didn't know, this did not start out like this. This started out, I was going to do a sewn in journal, but it was too hard for me. Let me say that. It just was wonky, and it was just too. Listen, the thing that junk journaling is teaching me is if I got to fret over something, I'm not doing it. That's not what this is about. So
Amen.
I cut the spine off. I cut the spine off and I started over. The only regret I have about that is one of my subscribers had said to use gingham on the spine, and I had done that. I didn't have enough of the gingham left to redo it. So, but that it's my book. I'll adjust. I'll pivot. But what I've done so far is I did pick a lot of pages so far to,
Awesome.
and look, Carol sent me this Braille paper. So I have that in there. Just some special things that I have in there. This was one of my favorite images that Carol did send me. Carol, this was was this magazine? It was I think a Life magazine. Or am I
Yeah,
wrong?
it was a Time Life Southern
Time Life.
cooking book.
And I just loved her.
I think it was from 1968 or 72, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I wanted to put that in there. And then some coffee dyed paper I have in there. And I like to mix the old with the new. So
I agree.
a lot of people are doing that. I love it. There's just something about it. Now, Carol also showed me the washi tape fabric washi secret using the carpet tape. So
Yeah.
I have had, when I tell y'all, you want to talk about a quick mass make, and I'm real instant gratification. Like something's it's got to be pretty instant for me to really gravitate to it. And I think Carol Johnson also did it too, because I saw a video that she did. But I wanted to include that in there. And then here is the placemat that Dolores sent me.
Nice.
In our Christmas swap. Isn't it beautiful?
It's gorgeous. Well,
it.
That's Mary Englebright's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so on the inside, I made this fabric pocket. Sierra sent me a note. I don't know if she sent you guys a note. She, Cooley Craft Corner, she's not able to be with us today. She was going to be out of town, but she sent me this fabric. So I wanted to make a pocket with that. And this is from a Richard Scarry book. And tell me, how do you guys say it? Scary or Scary?
I say it's Scary.
You say Scary. I say Scary. But people are saying it's Scary too.
But you know what? I always said it's scary until somebody told me it's not. And so I don't know what's right.
Exactly.
So I made, I had this little book and it was kind of, had seen better days. So I went ahead and made a pocket with that one. Again, pieces of the original cookbook, which are fabulous. This little cookbook was beautiful.
It is beautiful. I love the, there's nothing better. Oh, let me tell you, back to the carpet tape thing. So yeah. I have used carpet tape, and then I found this double-sided tape that I adore. I talk about it all the time. But I haven't used carpet tape in a long, long time. And Dave, I just asked Dave. He said, I might have to go to Menards. Is there anything you need? And I said, what was it I needed a while ago? And he goes, carpet tape? Like why? And I'm like, yes, that's right. I said, so we'll see if he comes, if he goes to Menards and comes back, if he brings me carpet tape. But what I'm curious about, because I don't know and I don't remember what the price is, because this double-sided tape, I kind of remember the double-sided tape. I ordered a bunch at once, being a little spendy. So I'm like, maybe I need to do a cost analysis.
Yeah, I know I paid less than $7 for mine. I can't get to it right. It's a Duck brand, and that was the brand that Carol told me about, right, Carol? I want to say at Walmart, and I just do it in my Walmart pickup order. It was like $6.57, maybe something like that here in Southern Louisiana.
But I want to say it's going to depend on how much is there. Well, it's wider.
Oh, right.
It's wider as well, right? So there's that. But because I think one roll of my double-sided tape might be $7. I don't know, but I'm going to find out. Either way, I'll have some extra tape.
I've thrown the packaging away, but this is the tape. Let's see. This one is 1.5. I'm almost positive it's like 1.5. Okay. And I don't remember how many yards it is.
Okay, so see the one I had before, it was about 4 inches. Oh, it was really wide.
Yeah, no, I knew I didn't want that wide. because I usually just come up with little scraps.
Right.
So I knew I figured I would be better off with that width. But there are, I know what you're talking. Those are going to be more expensive, right?
Yeah. See, this is what I use, the X fastened 2 by 20 yards, but mine's probably, I think mine's 2 inches. And I think what I had before, but it's been a long time, was something way wider than this. So I don't know what he'll come home with, but maybe nothing.
Look,
never
Pam
know.
Annie is with us. Hey, Pam.
Hey, Pam.
And Tammy from Texas Sweet Tea Treasures just dropped in.
Tammy made it. Hey, Tammy.
The gang is all here. Look at that.
My neighbor.
That's
awesome.
And while they're taking a breath here, if you have questions, those of you in the audience, go ahead and put them in the chat and put a Q in front of them. Then I'll get them in a queue to ask them the questions so we don't miss anything. Put that Q in front of it.
Awesome.
Carol is the best Ed McMahon ever, man. You're Vanna. We'll call Carol Vanna.
Yeah, Vanner.
But Vanna never got to talk, and I'm only the voice today.
Is true. This is true. I wanted to add some little golden books, and I had found some of the big paperback golden books. This is not like one of those big, nice hardbacks. They were just paperback golden books, and I found some of those, so I wanted to add, and I put some rickrack on the bottom of that page. Yeah.
Hey, sorry. Delana looked up Scary, and it's pronounced scary.
Okay, well, see, then I guess I was doing it right all those years.
Thank you, Delana. Yeah,
I love it. Delana's that's like Carol. She's the researcher too. I love it. Love it, love it. Well, now we know. The mystery is solved. Well, I'll tell you what, I have quite a lineup in my craft room with all of these journals, but it's working. I've never done this many at once, I don't think.
Yeah, how many are you doing? 5?
Well, I'm doing 5. By the way, I have to say, the one I was going to do for Christmas, I'm not going to do, because I found, as I was getting all my domestic totes out of all my stuff, I found this one, and I'm like, I haven't done this.
Oh, look at that one.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh,
I must have paid $3.49 at a thrift store. But
you should bring that to a sale.
Oh, I'm going to do this one.
That's gorgeous.
I mean, obviously I put it in there for a reason, and I forgot I had it. So then I'm like, so guess what? The Christmas one is going to be a giveaway today. How we're going to do that giveaway, I have not yet figured that out.
Cool.
Yeah,
that'll be cool.
I've got a few things that I'm going to tuck in with it, and some that I had started kind of rounding up, and I'd already sorted the pages, so somebody's got a head start on it. But I'm like, nope, if I had that in there, I needed to do it. So, but yeah, I have, mine are kind of, what I'm working on now is that 70s one, but I'll show you real quick. They're all in kind of different stages. So the one with all of the videos.
Kara is in the house.
Hey, Kara.
Hey, Kara. This is the one that I did all the videos on. It's about, I would say, 95% done. I'm going to leave this part showing. This had a crack in it, and so I got to do this. I've reinforced it. And then it's in good shape. I've got I followed my process. I do the same thing every single time. And I did write that down, Carrie, so I can put it there and people can take a screenshot. So this one's in good shape. This one, I had only done the cover and picked the pages. So this is I'm calling it the Blue Ribbon State Fair Journal. And I did do the insides. And does anybody else have this issue? Your sewing machine works like a dream when you're using it for things that aren't going to ever show. And then when it's front and center, it all goes to hell in a handbasket. Like it just...
Murphy's Law.
But this book here, and I used this, I wanted to point this out because if you guys find it, pick it up. This is one from the page, that book too. What's the problem here? It is called, I'll just show you the pages that are from that. It is called The Retro Cookbook. And it's wider, so it's, you know, it's actually the pages are exactly this size. So however wide that is. But it has the most, almost, it looks like 8 7/8, or yeah, 8 7/8. It has the most stunning vintage photos or vintage images in it throughout the whole book. And it's not an old book. I mean, it's a newer cookbook. But look
Really,
at that.
what's the name of it again?
It's just called The Retro Cookbook.
Okay.
See, you know what, Leslie? She didn't claim you. Did you hear me? I said, hey, Carrie, do you have a daughter named Leslie? And then she never even answered. So I don't know if she wasn't claiming you.
I know you were talking. So sorry. Is Leslie on there? Oh, hey, Leslie. Hey, girl. Hey. I haven't seen her in a long time, and I miss her. I miss her.
Bet you do.
Oh,
I bet you do. Yeah, here's another one, Carrie. Like, that's from this book.
Oh, wow. Look, that book is incredible.
Yeah, it is really incredible. So I used it a lot in here. So if you guys find it, I would say pick it up, and I bet it's one you can probably get on Thrift Books.
Wait, go back. Is that the little engine that could? Did you put a page from the little engine that could go back?
I don't think so.
I thought I saw a page from that. It'd be cute.
The one thing I don't have in here yet is in this particular one, I wanted to put some reader pages in or do some things with it. But this, I did find, I have several newspapers that have like 4-H and state fair and county fair. And this
that's awesome.
Yeah, this one had they're in their garden with some of the giant tomatoes that they raised.
That's cool.
500 bushel of tomatoes in 2
Angela,
weeks.
do you use any fabrics in your cookbook journals? Are you using fabrics at all?
Yeah, in my other ones, I have. You mean inside of it?
Yeah. Any like tabs or anything like that?
Yep. So I do. I have like I'll show you guys. I'll put these away. So those two are the most. Those two journals are the ones that are the farthest along. The other ones are, I've picked all the papers and done that. So yes, I use, to answer your question, yes, I do use papers or fabrics. I don't generally put them in until way later on. So.
Oh, okay.
So like the first one has, I don't think I have any doilies or any of that inside of that one.
Oh, look, Angela writes out a plan. How smart is that?
Well,
I just sit down and do it. That's why mine get all wonky.
Well, I do. No. I do get questions about this, and I pretty much follow my same process, just like I do with my scraps. And it helps me. I can stay consistent. I can get through a lot, and I have to focus. I squirrel a lot, so this really helps me. But I basically usually my cover usually is kind of what drives the bus on what I'm going to do most of the time.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless I think, I want to do a yellow journal or a blue. But
right.
Angela, Teresa said she was going to ask about planning, so she's really excited about your list.
Oh, thank you. Well, you guys can all screenshot this. You can take a picture of it, and then you can have it for later. So
Angela, you should put that on your Ko-fi site.
Oh, I can totally do that. I can put that in it. And the Ko-fi site I will do that right after we're done. I'll take a picture of it and put it up there as a freebie, and you guys can go get it anytime you want.
That would be awesome. I would love to have that.
Sure.
Yeah, because I'm really and truly, like, for beginner, for me anyway, I shouldn't speak for all beginners, that's painting with a broad brush, but when you sit down to actually do it,
Mm-hmm.
I can get stuck because it's so overwhelming, or can be, because
Sure.
I have all the stuff. I got the stuff.
Right.
It's not about not having it. It's about what do you do with it? How
Right.
does it, and I understand, like, what I truly love about junk journaling and learning this process is there's no wrong way. Like,
That's
I
right.
got that. But there is still a part of, I'm not going to change who I am at 55 years old, right? I
Right.
still have to have a certain amount of structure
Mm-hmm.
with anything that I do. People who can live off the fly and do it like this, and I've always been in awe of them. And that's no joke, like, really and truly, because I just can't. I have to have, I love lists. I love that. Now, what helps with this is, like, I know now I can go get your list, but I can modify that list to what
That's
works
right.
for me.
Yeah. And
That's
like
the
I said,
beauty of that.
yeah. And like I said, most of the time my cover dictates what the theme is going to be. But if not, you've got a theme you want to do, then go search out a cover. If you don't have one at
Right.
home, that's a great fun way to search for something special in, your thrift stores or garage, yard sales or whatever. But when I do binder journals specific, well, actually most all of them, I then pick all my papers, and
Okay.
the papers that I pick first, like this one, I don't think has a lot of, let me just show you one that has, where is it? I'm losing them. Here. This one really only has the papers that are, whether they were from a scrapbook kit. This is one of my digitals that I'm working on, and I played around with
Oh,
it.
look,
But
beautiful.
there's really not yet in this particular one. This is the third one that I started putting together. What you'll see in there right now is just really papers. I mean, other than the papers that I saved from the pages in the book itself, like you see here. So once I get all of this done, and I know I have some good writing space, I have some good pockets, then I start adding in, like this was a kid's flashcard and it goes with the colors. So then I start adding in the random things, the articles or the fun stuff to it. So this one I have not done that at all, except for these 3 little cards that I popped in there. So then I'll go through, and that's when all the things that I've sourced, like the things that I'm working on now, whether they're full page, and I have a whole stack of stuff. Then I'll start making full pages for inside of here, or grabbing other things and putting the reinforcers on. And so I found if I try to just do both of them at the same time, like pick all the papers that are, design papers, if you will, or from a digital,
Right. Right.
and all of, these kind of papers at the same time, it's not going to go well for me. So I just do one, then I do the next, and then I make pages and pockets and such. And then I go through and I put all my stamps and my stencils on any pages that, that are blank, that I think, oh, they need a little extra oomph. Now, personally, I like pages that have nothing on them, like a white back of a page that is white. If I was
You
going
don't
to,
mind that. Yeah.
no, because if I'm going to be writing in it,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Are
But
you a journaler? Do you journal, like journal?
No, I
Yeah,
I have always done art journaling, and have, like, even if I'm reading a devotion, book, or
Right.
a book on, personal development or whatever.
Right.
When I would journal, it would be in the way of, I would, be painting or drawing with markers. No, I'm really not. And Dave is a huge, he journals every single day on his phone.
Oh,
He
does
takes it.
he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long has he been? He's done that all his life, or
Yeah,
just
pretty much.
met you, or no? So before you.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, he probably needs to do it more since he's met me, like,
Oh, God.
therapy, right?
Now, Angela, do you make a template like this for your journals? Do you? Because so your journals look like they're 5-ring, right? But you bought them like that. Mine,
Right.
I did. Carol, what did you call this? This is called something different, because she said a term the other day.
ring bound.
Just a ring bound
Just a
journal.
ring
Yeah.
down. Okay.
So I
We've
usually,
got a question when you get a chance.
you
Okay.
got it.
Okay.
So Carrie, just to answer your question, I take out all of the, well, I take out a great deal of the pages that are in it. And I just use one of these for the ones that are already done. But for the ones that I put together, yes, I do. Just like exactly what you did. I use
You
some
make a
kind
little.
of, yeah. So go ahead,
Okay.
Carol.
Yeah, Teresa wants to know if you have any advice as far as no-nos. In other words, is there anything you never do?
Nope. Absolutely. If you ask me, if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, I truly believe, and I say it over and over, the rules are there are no rules. In art, it is art. And my mom was the best teacher when she said when I was young, don't be afraid to color outside the lines. You don't have to, art does not have to be inside the lines. If there Would I say, are there things from a perspective of, oh gosh, I've tried that and that was a fail? Like using a wet glue, for example, on pages like this is from a catalog, you can see them, that it might wrinkle the page, things like that. Probably best not to do that. But as far as your creativity in your art, no, there's no-nos, but lots of things. I mean, I can't think of anything else specific off the top of my head. I bet you guys all have could say in the comments, but that was one. I learned the hard way. I had a beautiful cover. I used a wet glue, just experimenting. And it was kind of like this, and I don't know, maybe if it was watered down a little bit or something. And it ruined my cover. So, and the
Well,
other thing.
that's basically what happened to my spine. I don't know if you
Mhm.
remember that. This spine, I either used too much of it, and it was tacky glue. It was Eileen's tacky glue, and it bled through
Mhm.
the material. And yes, I could have covered it with an applique. I mean, I could have done a number of things. I realized that, but just even putting the journal together, it was just getting to be too much of a challenge for a beginner. And
Yep.
I said, you know what? I'm just no. Let's
Right.
do this a different way.
So, Teresa, here's another really good tip if you're doing binder journals. You can see that this one that I'm working on has a more muted cover in it, and it has that same feel. The one that I'm giving away today is very shiny. So, two things that I would suggest on when you're getting ready to prep a binder journal that is shiny like this. Take some, if this is the only thing that you got is sandpaper, take your sandpaper and I'm not going to do it on this one because somebody might not want it like that. But if you're going to be adhering things right over the top of this, that is really, really important. And I have not, I wonder if he already went to Menards. I've not yet tried it on one of these binders, but there is something, I have some in the drawer I'll grab. If you can in advance, and you can try this, you can lay your journal cover out like this, and you'd have to have, everything kind of taped down. But my question, why I wanted to know if you'd gone to Menards, is because I use something, hopefully I have a can of it. Outside, of course, I don't use this inside. Now, this is my home decorating DIY / junk journal tip for the day. This is what they use on a lot of metal, like little spots on cars that they're fixing. It's called self-etching primer, and Rust-Oleum makes it. And I have used this for years when I do upcycling of items. So if I have any fear that something is not going to take the paint, then I will put this on. For example, a good example of that would be, the kitchen tables that had like that glossy shine to them, the ones that were made in the 70s and the 80s. When you try to restore those, and you try to, just like kind of like this, when you try to sand it down, it doesn't really ever, it doesn't get down to wood, right? Because it's not really wood. So this is what I would put on there. I have used this on other things in paper, in the paper world. It works perfectly. I have not yet done one with one of these particular binders. So my question to Dave was, I wonder if they have self-etching primer in a can, where you could paint it on. Because what this does is it basically, just think of it as making little pores into, and it seals into this, and then it creates a way for that paint or that glue or whatever you're using to adhere right on it. So this is awesome stuff. I don't know if it comes in a can. Was that helpful, Teresa?
We have a few more people in here now. We've got Denise from Idaho. If anybody else wants to put in the chat where you're checking in from, we'd love to know. City, state. We've got Dale in the house. We've got Sarah, New England Junk Journalers.
Hey,
And
Sarah.
there was one more. Stephanie's here.
Hello. Am I still there? Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Awesome.
I hear you. I gotcha.
So,
hey, Dale.
Hi, Dale.
Oh, is that Carrie from My Vintage Shabby Shop? That's my alter ego, Carrie, but she spells it different. Hey, Carrie.
Sweet Carrie. And you guys, if you don't know, she has a great Facebook page, and it's oh my gosh, please put it in the Junk Journal Central on Facebook. And she is, in my very biased opinion, she is one of the best in supporting channels and makers. And she doesn't have, she's kind of like me. I think she doesn't have many rules at all. So you don't have to go on and be scared like, oh, if I want to share one of my videos that somebody had a question on, or are they going to be upset? The answer is no. Carrie's very supportive of that. So go check her channel or her page out, because it's great.
Yeah, and she does beautiful work. Beautiful.
Yes, she does.
Virginia in East Texas. It's hot here too. I mean, but here's the thing, guys. I live in the South. I've lived in the South my whole entire life. It's hot every summer in the South. Yeah, that's like not news. I mean, yeah, I get we have a heat wave, but is that like, it's not news? It's hot.
I have a question for you guys. Has anybody used this for their date? Or Demi got this for me. This is what I wanted my craft crate, but she did get me some of this. But now I have these to use up, and I have to say they're not working horribly, and they go on really well. But I sure hope they stay on.
So I recently saw something about this. What is it? Is it permanent? Does it say permanent on the front?
No, that's what my worry is.
Yeah, there is a glue that they put out, that Elmer's puts out, just like that, but it does say permanent.
This is it.
Okay. So I think that's and people, I have heard different creators talk about that, and they do like it. But it has to be the one that says permanent, I believe.
Yeah, well,
Tammy says Scotch brand is good.
It is. That's my favorite, Tammy, and I did not have that.
Mine too. Do y'all get the purple Scotch one or just the regular? Because I looked up one time and found it on clearance. I think it was at Walgreens, actually, and I just kind of picked it up because it was on clearance. But it was the purple that turned clear. And I was like, oh, this is fabulous.
I've ordered mine on Amazon, and sometimes it is, I kind of get what I get. Like, sometimes it comes as the purple, and sometimes I've gotten the clear. I don't.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but I do like it.
Now, I will tell you, I bought this one, this Oohoo stick, because Gail Augustinelli uses it. I'll just let y'all know straight up. I was influenced. Okay. I said, well, let me go try it. And I got the smallest, and I just got one because it's expensive as all get out. And Yeah, I mean, if y'all use it, that you do you, but I'm not buying it again. It's fine. It's not that it doesn't work, but the Scotch brand that I got, it's half the price. You get double the amount, and it works just as well. So, yeah.
True.
Oh, Cynthia uses a Japanese glue stick.
Oh, look at Cynthia.
Kokuyo,
Share, girl. No
Kokuyo
gatekeeping
glue.
here.
Kokuyo glue.
That just sounds fun to say.
Yeah. Kara wants to know if you have a recommendation for a not shiny fabric glue, because Fabri-Tac's shiny.
I have some other ones. Let me look. You know what? I still use it. I don't really use anything else. I don't know about you, Carrie, but I do have some other ones. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Just a second. Demi and I were just talking about Mod Podge now makes a fabric.
Right. Well,
glue.
yeah, I was going to ask about that because I have not used it. Have you used it, Angela?
I have not. I
okay.
have not.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, but I wouldn't mind investing in at least trying.
Hang on, I got enough. Let me look in my glue bin here. I'm trying to remember. Is it locked? Oh, but it's spray. I can't remember what brand it is. Let's see. Yes, it is this one. This is spray. So, but Loctite. So I'm guessing Loctite also makes a regular glue, but this is good for fabric as well. So I don't know and have not used anything except for Fabri-Tac and 3-in-1.
Mm-hmm.
And then this I've used, on other fabrics when I can be outside and spray it. But I wonder if they might have an actual liquid glue.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I don't really have a great answer.
Yeah, I don't know. If anybody knows, please share. Let us know.
Let's see who commented. Stephanie said she still just uses our glitter glue with most thin fabrics.
Awesome.
Okay.
And Delana said she has things back all the way back from 2000, the olden days.
Oh. Old days.
I know, right? As my kids would always say, the olden days.
That's
Was that
funny.
back in the olden days, Mom? Yeah, 2000.
Uh-huh. Back when we used fax machines and telephones that were on the wall. Yeah. Absolutely. Y'all, I hope everybody's Saturday is going well. I really do. Saturdays are precious, man. Carol had breakfast with kiddos. The lot sale went well the other day, huh, Ange?
Oh my gosh, we had a ball. You guys tell us if you were able to. Cynthia was there. Thank you, Cynthia. I'll check it out, honey. Tell us what you thought. If you liked our little banter, and I know that I really appreciated having Carrie there to support me and to kind of navigate as a moderator verbally. And I know Sandy did too, so that she could, concentrating on the bit ending and watching on that end. So that for me, it was great.
So much fun. That was really a lot of fun, really and truly. I love to see what everybody's doing, how everybody's doing midweek. That's just a perfect time for me. I really a lot. And then Angela, the stuff that you bring to the table. Oh my God, it's awesome.
Well, I have 170 miles worth of items that are still being. I mean, I've organized them all, but they're going to be coming for a long time forward. And I have several haul videos that I still haven't even done. So it's going to be fun.
So let me ask you this, Ange. You see these right here? I mean, we all have. These are specific to recipe cards, because I got them out of a recipe little binder. But the ones that do photos, and then the Project Life cards. I think Project Life had a bunch of these kind of clear holders for their Project Life cards and things like that. Even like the small, what do you call those? Shoot, the word escapes me. The little Kodak slides.
Yeah,
you know how
sure.
Kodak slides used to. Do you ever come across these? Because if you do, I'm going to be interested in these, because I just learned how to do this, how to incorporate this, and then just either put material or something on the side so it gives it a little interest. And I thought, you know what? And then all I did with here, you could do a private journaling spot, is I just cut some decorative paper to hide the back of that. I thought that is so quick and easy.
Yeah, I do find them on occasion, and like you said, even if you find like a a photo album where you can take the pages out, you can adapt it, and it's easy to. Let me see, I have one probably right here. Wrong drawer. So those are the two. Let's see. But you can adapt almost anything. If you have a sewing machine, you can especially do that. You can also use acid. Here we go. Here's some that came out of a photo album, right? Well, they're not really that pretty. But the advantage of these is I cut them, not very well, but I cut them out of this book. So then what you can do is add your washi or your fabric or whatever, punch your holes to match your, size. Because one thing you'll also see, and I was going to see if I could find it, like, for example, these would be too wide, right? So all you have to do really is just, cut them down, then add, you can cut a space out of it, add your fabric or add your washi, and it will line up just the way that you want. And the other thing that you'll find, and I don't know if I have any in here. Well, I'll just use one of these. Sometimes, depending on what the size, if you're using a binder, you'll get like there. This is a good one. Do you see how far, if I just punch the holes right here to match, do you see how far this sticks out?
Yes.
And it's not a problem. I've done it many times. You punch these in there. You fold it over. You can glue it. You can glue it, and then now it's even. So you're just folding it over, repunching it. So there's always.
You could also sew it, right? If you had a
sure. You could. Yeah. Yep. You bet. And you could add fabric on there. You could add your washi here, and then just sew down it and punch that in. And you're not compromising the pocket part of it. If you're not sewing it. If you're sewing it, that's going to probably compromise it a little bit. But or you could just put them in. You could put them in ahead of time. And if you don't mind the holes being in your recipe card or whatever, you can do that.
Susan just joined us.
Hi, Susan. How are ya? Yeah, I'm really excited. I think I started to say about our sale. I'm really excited to get all of those kits all put together and all pretty. So thank you for those of you who ordered those. It makes me excited since I can't see you for 2 weeks on the live sale.
Are you talking about the journal cover kits that you put together?
Yeah, yep.
Y'all, if y'all didn't catch the sale, oh my, I was surprised by it. Like I really didn't know you did that, Angela. I really didn't. And when you pulled those out, and for the price, that is a junk journaler's dream. Because if you don't, like, for example, if you don't have a machine, if you don't, sewing machine, if you don't, sew, and, that part is intimidating to you, to buy something like that already done, plus get, what I call lanyap, which is the extras to me, but get all of that together. Oh my gosh, that is a dream.
Well, thank you. It does. It takes a very, very long time to put it, because I'm very conscientious about, okay, let's make, if we were going to make one or more journals, which most of those you can make more than one out of them. let's make sure that everything, it doesn't have to be Granimals matchy. But it does need to be Granimals I can mix and match, right? So
Yeah.
at least they need to have some kind of the same theme, and then we can go from there. And so they're really fun to put together, but I need to find somewhere that is not in my basement family room for the general, because what I do is try to make kind of general things that are, you know, like the old ledger and braille and some things that a lot of people don't have that are in the standard base of the kit, if you will, or what I would do in the other ones, and then they go on steroids. And I have a system for that too. I have a process for. Does that surprise you?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Hey, Denise. So Denise ordered one of your kits. She said, "Thank you, Denise." Yeah, I would be super excited to get that. Dolores asked, "Oh, Carol, look, do you see Dolores's comment? Did you see that?"
And I think Delana had a question too.
Yeah, Delana was asking what you're using the journals for when you're done, or what they could be used for.
Sure. So I have 5 of them. A couple of all of them will be on my Etsy shop, or, you know, if somebody sees me working on one and while I'm doing my videos and they want to claim it, they can do that as well. But the first 2 that I showed you will be or could be used as cookbook journals, you know, so you can use them to put your recipes in or gift them to someone. You know, they make great wedding gifts. The other 3 are going to, like the one I'm working on, and this one is more of, as Carol calls them, domestic arts journal. So they've got a little bit of everything, a little sewing, a little kitsch, a little gardening, which I don't have much gardening going on. The one that the cover is done, that one is kind of a state fair. That would be a cool journal to use if you went on, you know, for a summer vacation or a summer journal, or if you had a child that was in 4-H and those kind of things, that would be kind of cool. Or you yourself, you know, you entered the state fair every year. I think that would be cool too.
Dolores was, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so they're pretty versatile. What about you, Carrie?
I am actually the oversized book pages that you sent me. I wonder if I have it here. And this journal that I made for that. And that, let me tell you, Angela's got a great video on over book pages. That video was so great for me because, again, dimensions. Like, I understand, like, the junk journal, you do it the way you want, but there's still a certain amount of instruction that you have to get, or it's overwhelming. Like, you don't even know where to start. So I have all these books they're not little golden books. They're not 6x8. They're not, they're huge, but I love the images. What do you do with that? So Angela did this video on it. It was part of her hashtag around the house. And when she did that, and she sent me in Happy Mail some of the pages. Well, first of all, the pages were so delicious. There's no way I was cutting them up as ephemera, but I wanted to memorialize that. And I said, let me make a journal. So I did that, made this journal, and this journal, I have not sold a journal. I'm not there yet. I'm learning, whatever. But so my journals are personal to me, or I have made them for a few select people. But this particular journal is going to be my quote journal. And I got that idea from Dolores J. Rush. Thank you, Dolores, very much for that, because there are certain quotes that have come into my life from different people or things that I've read that just resonate with me, that for whatever reason, because listen, my memory's not that great, but there are certain ones that I remember, and they are very near to my heart. So that's what this is going to be. This will be my quote journal. So those things that come into my life, I will keep in here.
That's awesome. And Susan Fleming completed her first journal. Congratulations. And Susan, let me show you one of my very first journals. Keep it and look at it and love it every day. It's a huge thing when you complete something like this. I was going to sell this one. This is when I did this. What was I thinking? I didn't know any better. I was a newbie, and so I did this very complicated
Look at that.
binding. But I have this on my shelf, and I just look at it because it's my first one, like one of my very first ones. And it was my first lap book. I mean, it goes on, and it took me forever. So don't be afraid just to keep it, your first one. And like Carrie said, kind of put it in a special spot to memorialize it, if you will. And or if you're not, if you're not comfortable, or you're not connected to it, give it to somebody else.
Yeah. I have several. I say several. I probably have half a dozen little golden books because that's what I was drawn to in the beginning, and I still am. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
But those that I have done, and they are currently, and if Leslie's still in the room, she can validate. But they are currently on my fireplace. That's where I have them displayed because I want to see them. I want to see them,
right.
And they're not. Listen, they're not that great, but they're mine. It's just like. It's evolution. It's like every time, like the journal that I did with Angela's oversized book pages. I told Angela one time, I was like, you just have to do it. Like, until you do it, just do it. Don't let the intimidation of the process stop you from just doing it. And whatever it is that you create, cherish that. Don't look at that and think, oh, that's awful. No, it's not. It is yours to cherish. So if you want to put quotes in it, if you want to put pictures in it, if you want to put recipes that you tear out of magazines, do that. If you want to use it as a glue book, use it as a glue, whatever.
Yeah. I'm hoping that Demi, I'm hoping that Demi, I don't know. Is that my phone?
I don't know what's going on.
Ooh, did you not hear that? I just heard.
Nope.
Oh, scared the bejeebus out of me. I'm hoping Demi will want to have something like some kind of guest book where she'll allow me to, make it lovely and beautiful for her graduation. Because that's another. I did one for Rhea for her graduation.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And,
what a great.
They like all of their friends to. Put their little notes and stuff in it. So I'm hoping she'll let me do that.
Right. Oh, that's great. I know about that. That is a good idea.
Yeah. Look at these stoves. They crack me up. That Montgomery or whatever magazine, which one did I use? Monkey Sears, maybe? The 1974 Sears was a. See, this is what happened. Oh, Eaton's. No, it was the Eaton's one. I pretty much I've got all of my ephemera just out of that one.
Just out of that catalog?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I know. Well, I've gone a little bit overboard on the gold and avocado green and orange one because
do y'all remember that, don't you? I certainly do. We had a whole kitchen full of that. Whole kitchen full of that.
Man, I think that's why I'm going overboard with it because I'm like, oh, that's so much fun.
So familiar. That's so calming.
I know.
We're still getting a lot of feedback in the comments. People talking about the live sale and how amazing the banter was. They're loving it.
Oh, that's so sweet. Good.
That is awesome. Well, I definitely, that makes my heart happy because I had a great time. And I mean, I do this because I love it and I love the interaction with you guys. But as I was telling Carrie, when you're trying to, you want to be engaging and you want to be visiting with everyone and you're trying to, show people an item, it's a lot of work. And, at the end, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm exhausted. And that was just fun. It took a lot of stress away as well. That I didn't miss someone and having, both Sandy and Carrie doing that was a blessing. That's for sure. So.
Cynthia.
Well, I learned, go ahead, Carol.
Cynthia had a question. She wants to know how long it took you to find your style.
Who's she
Well,
asking?
I'm
If she's asking me, I
either
don't
of
have
you.
one. I don't have one.
That's
Listen,
what I'm
if
laughing.
you don't know me yet, I steal from everybody. So I have no original ideas and no particular style. If I see somebody do it, I try to copy it. That's my style. I'm a stealer. I steal.
And before I answer, Delana, that is a wonderful idea. A wedding cookbook and have guests add a recipe. Brilliant.
That's good. Yes, it's good.
I don't know that I have. Well, I think I would rather say I have a couple styles that I probably won't want. I mean, I not that I'll say never because I might try them, but like really grungy, or any
Oh,
kind
you
of.
like the grunge? I
No,
didn't
I
know
do.
that.
I don't. I
Oh, you
probably.
don't. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything else is pretty much fair game, except like the really grungy. And I just, I don't know that I'll ever do a fall journal because I'm just not drawn to those. Other than the color orange, I don't really. It doesn't light my fire, you know. But anything else is fair game. I am very drawn to uh, the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Anything retro, and also the 20s. And I love anything shabby chic. All of the pastels. So I like the really brights and all of the pastels. Did I just rip that off there? But I don't know. I don't know that I have one. I think I think probably you guys as viewers, whether it's my channel or anyone else's, if you have folks that you watch religiously, if you put their, a bunch of journals with nobody's name on them, I bet you'd be able to figure out whose they were just based on the things that they create or do. I mean, I bet you would be able to. So I think that we all kind of have a way or certain things that we like to do a lot of, whether it be pockets or whether it be, I don't know, but I bet you
Well,
would be.
you know what I would be interested in is if they would make comments on what their styles are. Put a comment
Oh yeah,
to what your
for
style, because
sure.
I'd like to see what everybody kind of comes up with. That's interesting to me.
Well, I'd like somebody to convince me to do something that I'm probably isn't on my bucket list. That's the thing. Like, why should I do that? That would be good.
Denise, there's nothing wrong. Listen, there's nothing wrong with going to. I mean, that's where you find inspiration. I call it stealing, and I mean technically it is, but I'm just honest about it. I don't really. I don't. What do I know? I don't know nothing. So I just go and find things that inspire me, and I'm so thankful to have come across like this fine group of folks, Angela and Carol and Meg at Chasing Retro and Tammy. I mean, all of you. I was watching Dolores's glue book the other day. If y'all have not seen Dolores's glue book,
Oh,
oh
I
my
know.
gosh, good grief. And I don't even really do a glue book. I do have a glue book, but I don't talk a lot about it. But even if it's not my style or something that I typically do, it's like I said about Rebecca Hoot. That is how I originally started down the junk journal path. I watched a video from Rebecca Hoot. That was the very first video I'd ever watched. I don't do anything like she does, but I enjoy it. I enjoy watching other people's styles.
Right. And
So,
Dolores's glue book, it's just one of those things that you just want to touch it. You're like,
oh,
I just want
absolutely.
to touch it.
Oh my gosh. And when she said the particular video that I watched, and she said, this page is not finished yet, I'm still working on it. And I'm thinking,
That's
girl,
what
I'm like, are you kidding? Like, she's so meticulous about it. And just, you can tell it's that beautiful. Really and truly, it's that beautiful. I loved it. Loved it, Dolores.
Yeah, I agree. I saw something on here. Purple anything. See, Teresa, that's my goal. I have so many friends that's their favorite. Sandy, her favorite color is purple, and I am going to do a purple journal because it's not a color I'm not a fan of it. And I had a friend who I worked with, and her favorite color was purple, and she was considerably older than me, and she actually was in the, what do they call it, the Red Hat Society, and
Yes.
they wear red and purple, and every time I think of that color, I think of Burl. Her name was Burl, and I'm like, you know what? In honor of Burl, I am going to do a purple journal and push myself out of my comfort zone. And I think that's also a good thing. Like trying something that isn't your style or that you aren't really comfortable with. The 100-day challenge, the around the house challenge that I'm doing right now. When I started that, I thought, oh, it would just be fun to do, and I have so many things that I probably don't use or things that I haven't thought of. I'll tell you that has pushed me way outside of my creative like realm of not like I really have to think of some of these. I'm like, really? You want me to use sugar? I did I did I did use mustard once in a challenge, and it was our team at the dental office, and they got to pick 5 things. They got to pick 5 tools, and then the other one picked 5 items that I had to use from the office. And while there were really some really great dental tools I didn't know made such great junk journal tools, they gave me a packet of mustard and I had to use it. But getting pushed out of your comfort zone, I think it's what helps us to become even better artists. And I will tell you, I don't care if this is your first rodeo and you're just putting your first glue stick to a piece of paper. You are an artist, whether you know it or not, and it is your art, and you need to be proud of it no matter what you do. It's something I stand behind and always have for, with my kids, with other people that I've taught when it comes to, their art. You are an artist. Don't forget that, and be proud of it.
That was one of the very first comments that I got from Angela. One of the very first interactions we ever had online was that comment right there. And I'm so thankful that you're so consistent with that, because I know I'm not the only person. I'm not the only person out there who never really considered myself an artist, because I didn't paint. I didn't do all the things that artists do. And so I'm very thankful for that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I think that's important for people to know and to understand and to hear. One of the things I want to mention, because this is a good idea too, Tammy at Texas Sweet Tea Treasures, she used a journal as an address book. What a great idea!
Yeah, that's a good idea. I love that.
Cool. I like that. And one of my favorite colors is purple, by the way. So you can go ahead and start on that journal.
I know, right? I know. Look at me going all out of my order of my process.
Here, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I didn't continue to go on with this because I had it sitting there. But if you guys have questions about my steps, feel free. But see, I have just put the papers in, and I haven't even done the fun papers, and I'm moving all the way to, adding the ephemera. Wow, that's like way down here. Look at me go. Go ahead, honey.
Stephanie has a glue book. Stephanie makes travel journals out of things from vacation. That's another good idea. That's a really good idea. But look what I did. I wanted, because I get proud. The smallest things make me so proud. So I made this little tag just out of a book page, and I just want, I like I love fabric. Do y'all know that about me? I love fabric. I have a problem with fabric and books. I just have a problem. But anyway, so I made a little thing. But look, I made this other little pocket, and it can slide like this.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Isn't that fun? That was an accident. Like I didn't do that on purpose. No.
Happy accidents. Those are the best kind.
Accident. I love that.
That's super cute.
And then this was old packaging. And Angela, this may look familiar to some of you because I think you have this same paper pack, but this is just out of that Cartabella paper pack. So I just took the packaging. Now it came like this. So there are the labels. I do have the labels, but I just took those off and just made that as a little tag.
That's awesome. Stephanie said she makes travel journals out of her things. I think some that you guys said that.
Yeah.
Stephanie, I have a video I haven't yet recorded from my South Dakota trip and uh on the way that I do my travel journals, and I really want you to like tell me everything that, what do you do? I want you to watch it when I actually do it because I would love your ideas. Um what I do is get too much crap from when I'm on vacation. And I think I'm like, really, how many travel things can one person bring home? Apparently a lot. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But you
Teresa
never
and Cynthia.
know.
Yeah, Teresa and Cynthia, thank you so much. Yeah, we have a problem with fabric. These are my sisters from another mister because look, oh my goodness. Oh my
You know,
goodness.
I'm actually not too, I mean, I love fabric, but you know that my grandma is
Yeah.
a quilter and she's 94. And
Yeah.
so I feel as though I'm cheating on her every time I buy every time I buy fabric, because I'm like, I could just go to her house and go to Mo's Fabric Arama and get whatever I
Uh-huh.
want.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
speaking of that, what did I do with it?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's here somewhere.
Uh-oh.
Hang on.
Yeah, I'm feeling, oh my goodness. I just have a feeling about this. You
But the
think
thing is,
just putting an index in like this, because listen, I know I love the look of this. This came out of an old, cookbook or whatever, but I just loved it because it was yellow. And you think I could just throw it in just like
why
this?
not? You know what you could do is,
What's
do you have a big pocket? Because that would make a neat to back it with something. Is it two-sided or one-sided?
so it's two different kinds of sides.
That would make a great big oversized tag. If you had it, if you could put it, is it too wide for your
Yeah,
page?
it's
Oh,
why. Well, no. I guess I could make. No, I get. Well, maybe because of the rings. Maybe I could fold it in half like this though, and make it
or you could just
skinny.
trim it, or you could just trim it
I
down
could
on
trim
either
it down.
side. I think it'd make an awesome oversized journal card.
Okay, well let's try that.
Carrie, Dolores likes your ball advertising page.
Oh, thank you, Dolores. I lucked up on that at a recent thrift store, and just stopped in on a whim. It was one that I had not been to, and I said, well, let me stop in. And I'd only picked up a few things from there, but that was like a find. I thought that was a find. I love that one. Thank you.
Okay, I don't think my mom's watching, so I can show. But
Ah,
she did say I was going to that her family would know if I showed this picture. But
oh, that's right. You talked about that. I forgot.
yeah. So I just want to flip back to, the colors in this, okay. So this is, well, let's see. I must have been 5, 3. Yeah. I'm guessing I was 5 or 6. And then my brother would have been 3 and my sister was a baby. And here is, now come on. Orange chair. This is Mo. She's got an orange outfit. Now we have shirts that I think my Mo or my mom made that have our names on them.
It is Bob Ross.
I told you. Oh, I thought he had a beard in that one. Nope. This is my uncle with the beard. My mom, my little baby sister. And then that's my dad. Look we matched the curtain.
Happy.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you if you got those kind of colors going on?
That's fabulous. I love that.
And you match the curtains.
That's so cute. Those curtains remind me of Carrie's phrase, "Who killed the couch?"
Yeah, exactly.
Who shot the couch? Who shot the couch, people?
I thought that was at my uncle. That is not at my uncle's house. He was an interior designer. This was at somebody else's house, but I don't know. His probably looked very similar to that too, but it cracks me up every time I see that. Oh my goodness. Yep. So it's going in here somewhere. I don't care.
I love that. I think that's a great idea. Okay, how about this for a pocket, Ange? We'll just
Oh, for
use this
sure.
as the oversized pocket and just put it like that.
I love
What do you
that.
think? That's okay? I think I could
love
spruce this front up a little bit. I'm going to find something for the front.
Yeah, but that's a cool idea. I like that. Plus, they're nice and heavy.
Yeah,
What
these,
happened?
you know what? These are vintage because, you know, I've heard different ones of you guys talk about how index cards and different paper products, the vintage ones are a lot heavier weight than the new ones are. You know, because I work in an office, and so, you know, when I get office supplies now, they are nearly as heavyweight as the old vintage ones are.
Oh, Delana. What Delana brings up a great question. I would like advice on.
Okay.
So on the let me grab it. On the shabby chic journal.
Uh-huh.
So I had let me grab it.
Okay.
Oh, and this will be a good example. I've already knocked this down with the you can still can you hear it? It still looks a little shiny, but it's been sanded. Okay, so on this cover, I really wanted to use this wallpaper on the front, but there was no way that I could make it fit. No way, no how. In one, I mean, it just wouldn't. So I thought, which I have never done, what if I used all, and maybe you guys have done this and you can tell me if it worked or not, because I'm a little nervous about it. My thought was to get some batting, put the bat, or maybe not put it on first. Maybe just get batting and then just do like a random collage of shabby chic colored fabrics and then use that like almost like a collage of fabrics on the cover. I don't know. I've never done it. What happened? It must be a horrible idea. No one's saying anything. Carrie's like gone. She's like, well, that's the most stupid thing I've ever heard in my life.
Where'd you go, Carrie?
Yeah, what happened to you? Okay, so I wondered if Carrie G, my vintage shabby shop, if you've ever done that. So tell me how do you do it in advance and then add it to the top or and finishing what did Sarah say? I love that idea, but how would you finish the edges? Oh, well, I thought what I would do is I'd have to sew around the edges. But like this one, see, I just sewed around it. And this has felt on it underneath it because I didn't want it to be flat. I think the dog wants me. Is that what you mean by finish the edges? Quilt it, then attach it. That's how I did this one. But it's not really quilted. This was just a piece of fabric and I was able to.
Angela, you need to let Carrie back in. She got booted out.
Oh, she did. So she's not ignoring me and doesn't think my idea is horrible. Well, I will. She's not on there. So while she's hopping back on, I'm gonna let Ruby down here because I think Dave went to Menards.
Okay, talk amongst yourselves, people. So how are you liking this live craft and chat? I know Kara's been on one before with BB. Has she done any others that I missed? I know she got real busy over the summer and wasn't able to do a couple of the summer ones she had planned.
Ooh.
Teresa loves it. Who else is loving it? We want to encourage them to do more. These are so fun.
You want the puffiness. I kind of like the idea of puffiness. Well, thank you guys. Ruby's down here now. She's helping. So, all's good. All's good.
We got a lot of comments coming in now. I was asking when you guys stepped away a little bit if they're loving this. And yes, they're loving it. They're saying it's great, that they're learning a lot. And Delana says she wants to pretend to be an extrovert and meet us all in person.
I think that's great. I think that would be so much fun. I always think that, like, every time I travel somewhere, I'm like, I just want to do a meetup.
Yep, that would be awesome. That's a big goal of mine for retirement.
I know. I'm like, well, and I did think about it. I mean, I probably smelled like, campfires, and I was, gross and icky from camping, but I totally would have met up with people anyway.
Me too. I do that too.
Yeah. I'm like, well, you get the real, this is the real Angela, live and in person.
Hey, stick a thumbs up in the comments, all of you viewers, if you have subscribed to Angela and Carrie's channels, because you don't want to miss their next big things going on. There are links to their channels in the description box of the video. You can just click on it down there. But give us a thumbs up to show us if you're subscribers. Yay, subscribers!
And Carol, too.
Aw, thanks.
Can I talk about a hashtag that I did recently? Is Kara still with us? Paper Confessions, Kara, is she still with us? I hope she is, because
I think so.
yeah, she I did a hashtag called hashtag tag your turn. And the concept basically is you just to inspire others. And I wanted to kick it off. So what I did, you pick someone that you do a tag, you create a tag, you show it, whether you do a craft with me or you just show your finished product, whichever's easier for you. And then you tag someone to do the same thing, and it goes on and on. Hopefully it will live on.
I
And
hope so. I love that.
Yeah, I wanted to tag someone who had a different style than me, because that's the whole, it's like we were talking earlier about finding a different style, looking at different people, how they do things. And Kara does such beautiful work. I mean, it's just, I love her channel. And so I picked her to be the first person to kick this off for us. And she did. And if you guys haven't seen that, please go watch. It's a hashtag tag your turn. And then she picked, let's see, I want to get the name right. Kawaii Memo Love. It's Christine at Kawaii Memo Love. And Christine did one. And then so Christine has picked someone. I can't remember who Christine picked. Let me see. I think I can grab it real quick. Christine has a great, by the way. What's that, Carol?
Oh, I was just going to ask for the masses. Do we have to wait to be tagged to participate?
Well, that's a very good question. And since I've never done a hashtag before, y'all tell me. I guess that was my thought, but no, let's do it like that. Anybody can do a tag.
I love it.
I think it's fun. I love that idea.
Well, yeah, if you just want to use the hashtag, let's get it going out there.
I love it.
Because you can name anybody. I mean, we could do this. We all know different creators that, I mean, it could. Yeah, let's do that.
And the cool part is that we can do it even if somebody doesn't have a YouTube channel. They might have Facebook or Instagram, and they can do it on there.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
The next person that Christine picked was Lori at Petey Pie Designs.
Oh yeah.
So she'll be doing something. But yeah, let's do that. Anybody that's interested in doing it, get on there, make a tag, show us your work. I mean, Tammy makes some of the. If you've never seen Tammy's cowboy boot, like Dale, did you see Dale's shorts the other day with the cowboy boots that she got from Tammy? Oh my God,
yeah,
y'all! I was dying.
I'm still waiting for Tammy to make me a real. I want the real pair of the floral boots. Like,
absolutely.
Look at that. That just had to go right here. It just fit perfectly. Even after I backed the darn thing. Oh, well.
That's okay. I do that. I do that a lot. So it's good to see that you kind of do it too.
Yeah.
Because I really do. I do that.
Yeah, any social media, because you can tag, like, even I have had, like, on, well, any hashtag, if you put that hashtag in Instagram or Facebook, or you for any one of those tags, then we can search that and we'll see them. And you can also,
And it will. I never really thought about, and you guys, just so you know, I never really thought about Instagram and Facebook and those other platforms. I don't really have a presence on those. I have an Instagram, I'll tell y'all, and it's the Paper Monkey if y'all want to search that. I don't use the platform a lot because, again, I'm a little slow. Takes me a little minute to kind of get in the groove with it. So YouTube is about as much as I can take right now. But I do have a presence on there. I do.
yeah. But I mean, I think that would be awesome. Oh, and the other thing I was going to say is, if you're doing not mine or Carrie's, but anyone's really, challenges or whatnot, if they're on Instagram, if you or if you're on YouTube and use the @ and our channel name, or what is it called, Instagram name, then we'll also see it. So that's awesome too.
Yeah. I didn't think about that, but you're right. That would be awesome.
I love it when somebody tags me and I'm like, ooh, what are they doing? I can't wait to see what
Yes.
I am so I'm doing this so out of my order. It's just, I'm totally breaking all my rules, which I always say there are no rules, right?
That's what you say.
I know you guys probably lost sleep over the fact that I have issues with my glue, because I've had issues with my glue on like every video. But today, this needed to be refilled. Look at that, how nasty that thing is. But I'm not giving it up. Once again, in that same bottle, it was fine. It was not all watery and runny. So I don't know.
Oh, really? Huh.
I don't know. It was the very same bottle I used to fill it the last time when it was all runny and nasty. But I did take off that silver piece, because it seems to be more trouble than it's worth. I've had it on there for 2 years. I think that it's time to just say goodbye to it. It doesn't do that much of a difference.
Let me ask you guys something. Have y'all ever used, because I'm these metal rings are getting on my nerves, but have you ever used the plastic binder rings? Because I've not ordered them yet. You know what I'm talking about? They're colorful.
Oh, she just
y'all
there she is.
Those.
I have once used plastic shower curtain rings.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but it was a very lightweight. It wasn't something that I would have. It wasn't a big journal.
Okay.
But I have not used plastic ring binder.
Yeah, binder rings. Yeah.
Right, binder ring.
Dolores has mentioned the disc bound. You have to have a particular punch, right, for those disc bound journals?
Well, you really don't. Like, that's what I use as a planner. That's what my art journal is. Let me grab it, Dolores. So, because I think I love using these, and here's why. Because you can, well, for my personal planner, it's great because you can take the pages out and put them all back in. But I have used, so this is what a disc bound binder looks like. And then you pull them out, and you can do this, all right? So then to pop them back in, you just go like this, and it's all back in there. It's the most wonderful thing. No mess, no muss. I'm not sponsored by Happy Planner, but I certainly should be, I'm telling you. But here's your alternative. I have the punch that goes with this. But if you just take, let's just go back here to a random piece of paper. You can just take your, hole punch. I'll just do it like this so you can see. And I think I have a smaller, well, you could use, this one would probably be easier. And you can just go like this. I'm just going to do a couple. And then you just take your scissors. Now, if you were doing a great big one like this, that would be really hard to do, but you know what I mean? And then it just goes right back in there. So you get the same, well, if you pull it apart. And it will work. I've done it many times. But now I think you can buy those punches pretty cheap.
Yeah. Ange, do you use those collage pages in different things?
These pages,
Like,
this one, my collage book is, no, these are just for my art. Like if I'm just playing and, you know,
Yeah.
this is kind of my meditation, mindfulness journal.
Okay.
I had really good intentions to do mindfulness Monday, and I did it for like 3 weeks, and I'm like, no, this is too personal for me, and I wasn't finding joy in doing it, and I didn't know that anybody else was, so I didn't do it anymore. But on occasion, I will do something that's going like this that we did on the 100-day challenge, and this one, I will pull it out and do something. But yeah, so this is just my personal one. And then I do use the disc bound for my everyday planner. And I really like those. $25 for the punch?
Do what? Say how much?
Dolores said the punch was $25.
Oh. Oh.
Well, that's a little spendy.
Yeah.
However, I guess I probably spent that much, but I mean, I've had mine for a long time before I even did junk journaling, I think. So I couldn't even tell you, but wowzers.
Yeah,
But
that's
the cool part about those rings is that you can, if you ever find like a planner like that in a Goodwill, or even just the rings, buy them. Because you can adapt them to any paper. The one thing that kind of irritated me was I liked my Slay Today cover, and I didn't want to change it. All I wanted is new pages, but I couldn't get the pages I wanted unless I bought a whole new book. So that was, how come you're not, where are you? Oh, there you are. So then I ended up buying another one, and, you know, but I found them. I actually had one that I had bought, I think probably on clearance. It was a really small one, on clearance at some point. And I just did it as a notebook. I just ignored all the things that were in it. And then I think I sold one on, that was similar. It was maybe a little bit bigger than that on one of my live sales too that I had. So, yeah.
Carrie, you were asking about collage pages. Do you ever do collages in a book and then like save them as master boards to cut apart?
Yeah, I did that in the journal that I did with the oversized book pages. I do collage pages, and I usually do that and fabric clusters and paper clusters when I'm in a slump. I don't know if
That's a good idea.
You know what I mean? Like, because for me, it just kind of helps get my creative juices flowing. Because I don't, if I'm feeling overwhelmed, if I'm not feeling like I really don't, I don't want to mess with this journal today, because then I got to pull all this stuff out and I'm going to make a big old mess or whatever. I will just pull like my fabric bin, because I have a little bin where I just keep scraps like most of us do probably, or my paper cluster, my scraps of paper or whatever. And then I just kind of sit and I do that. Or I'll sit, and do my glue book. And I call it a glue book, but there are collage pages in that.
Nice.
Yeah, I use, what is the name of that? I have a whole set of them, and they all match. So they look like planned it. But those are what I use on my travel ones. And then I do one for collage, and I have one for, this collage one is about done.
Mm-hmm.
One for collage, and then one that I just put, like, if I find cute things that I want to use someday, and I cut them out of a magazine and just slap them in there that I can use for clusters or whatever.
Right.
All right. I don't want to put this in there yet, but this is where I want it to go. So I'm going to punch the hole so I don't forget.
Oh, we got a question from Sarah.
Miss Sarah. Oh, for God's sakes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I keep dropping things. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Carrie wants to know, Sarah wants to know of Carrie, on your stitched recipe pages, are they single pages or doubled up, glued back to back?
Just these pages, these regular pages.
Yeah.
These are just single page. These are single pages. If that's the one she's talking about, those are single pages. On the pockets that I made that are also recipe pages like these, I doubled those. Like I cut the page in half, and then I just doubled them so they'd be have a little more weight to them, and then I sewed them like that. And I never changed my needle, because again, as a beginner, those were the things that I was like, do you have to use a special needle in your sewing machine? I mean, because I know nothing about sewing, absolutely nothing, but I knew that there were different size needles and things like that, but I've always just used the standard needle.
Yeah.
And the same needle that I would use in fabric, I use, for paper.
She said, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just make my stitches really far apart so that the paper doesn't tear.
Yeah, I'll do that too. I'll do that too, Carol. Just widen them out. I don't on my regular stitch, but on my my zigzags, I will do that.
Uh-oh, we lost her again.
I think she's.
You lost me?
Just for a sec. You're back.
Oh, okay.
We have Suzanne watching from Australia.
Suzanne, hey, Suzanne.
Hey.
She said it's beautiful and cool there, so we're all jealous.
Yes, happy winter. It's a nice winter right now.
Yeah, it's winter for them.
I would love, that's on my bucket list, New Zealand and Australia. Oh, so here's a funny story. When we got engaged, look at this. Look at her. Hey.
Carpet model.
Yeah, carpet model. When we went to Choco, which is in Canada, and we got engaged, the people that worked at our friends' resorts were from all over the world, and a lot of them from Australia and from New Zealand. And one of them's name was Craig, but the way he said it to the kids called him Krog because that's how he said it. Well, Demi and Rhea were with Krog, and they were going to go on a hike. And so he was kind of talking to them about, being safe and what they needed to think about and blah, blah, blah. And he said, now, girls, what do you do if you see a beer? And they both looked at each other and they were like, they looked at each other, they looked back at him and they said, don't drink it. Oh,
this is a test, ladies. Yeah. This is a test.
He's like, a beer. No, not a beer, a beer. They're like, funny. No, just don't drink it. They're so cute. They were little. Don't drink it. But yeah, we our family that's where we would love to be able to go. But if I'm going to make that trip, I'm going to stay there for several months. So I don't feel it. What did I just do? I don't feel it. Oh, that's right. I don't feel it.
What's the flight? I mean, what do you think the flight is to Australia?
I think it's like almost 24 hours, isn't it?
I was going to say, I think I've heard this in the past. 22 hours, something like that.
Something like that.
A long
but Suzanne,
flight.
You would be worth it. We would risk
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
Take one for the team for that.
Absolutely. You know what? I think who's who's on your bucket list, Angela, to do the next kind of craft with me live? Like nothing like pressure, huh? Have you
Well, no,
thought
no,
about it?
I do. I have a couple. So because of life, we've had to readjust. But I can tell you that well, I hope they don't mind me saying it. Meg from Chasing Retro is on our list. And Sweet Dale from Not Too Shabby Chic is on the list.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm hoping Carol will be on the list. And I also would love, like, some of our new friends, that um are just getting started as a channel, like, Sierra and some of the others to come on. And I think it would just be,
I nominate Tammy.
oh yes,
Oh
of
yeah.
course, Tammy. But see, I didn't ask her yet, so I can't just say, oh yeah, and Tammy, she's gonna be
Come
on
on.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sarah too. Sarah, nothing like pressure.
Sierra
Right.
just actually just dropped in. Coolie Craft Corner. She
Look at
finally
Hey,
that.
Sierra.
See,
change of plans.
she knows her ears were burning. We were talking about her. Well, and Sarah from New England Junk Journals, we would have a great
Yeah.
time. We
Yeah,
would just
yeah.
Yeah.
all we would
That
do
would
is
be a great.
do wallpaper and wallpaper it up. She
that
and I could she and I could probably wallpaper everyone on this channel's houses with the wallpaper that we have. I'm pretty
I
sure.
can add to that too now.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Oh,
I wanted
Yeah,
to find. Go ahead.
any of the any of the any of the audience not have a YouTube channel, but you're thinking about doing one, because we love newbies and we love supporting them.
Yes.
I think we froze again.
No, I'm here.
wait a
Can
minute.
you hear?
Where did I see Susie Allen say Ariana's mother? Oh, Susie is nominating her. I have already asked her as well, but she also is busy. That would be I think that's who you're talking about, Suze. Amelia B's crafting adventures, and she was going strong, and then had lost her husband, made a move to a new little homestead, and is working on gardening. So she's deep in all of that. But she promised she would come on, and she's a hoot too.
Sandy's gonna do her channel, she says.
See, if I feel like I pressured her into it, but I did tell her. I said, I said, just, it's gonna be fun. And I miss the days of if I could do one thing with my channel, it would be, where I could actually maybe make a living doing something in addition to having a YouTube channel. I would be a coach. I would, coach on, that's what I did all my life, but I would coach on having a YouTube channel, or how to get started, or, I miss those days. I'm full of free advice,
Yeah, well, you're an awesome mentor too, Angela. You have that mentoring spirit and you're so supportive. I know that's meant a lot to me, and I think it's fair to say for Carrie as well.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. No, listen, Sandy, I'm just going to tell you, I don't know if it was just because I'm half crazy or what, but I didn't even have a social media presence. I don't even like social media. I don't know if you heard my story or not, but I had gotten off Facebook years ago, and I just, I had Instagram, but I didn't do it. I just didn't do it. And so when this world came about, I was so compelled to just document it. I had no intention whatsoever, none whatsoever, of making a YouTube channel, like having followers. And that never, ever entered my mind, ever. And I was so, I loved the craft so much that I just wanted to do it for personal reasons, to document my progress. And then I remember the very first person that liked my channel outside of the 2 members of my family and the 2 friends that I had told, because that's it. That's all I told. 2 members of my family and 2 friends. That's it. And even still to this day, do you know I've never said anything to any of my work friends? I've not told anybody. Really. Just
Aw.
and so Sandy, I would encourage you, because it has been one of the most rewarding things that I have ever done is to get on here and read the comments and interact with you guys, to know that people across the world are encouraging, we uplift each other in a world that can sometimes not be so nice.
That is Delana, I would be honored to do that. And I totally agree with you. And the thing is that I know Sandy, and we've become friends because of YouTube, and I know we all have testimony to share about that. The friendships that we've gained. But we're missing getting to see, Sandy is one heck of a talented individual. She's funny and she's cute. And what I would love to see, and I did think about this after I, totally put her on the spot. I would love her to do a live sale with me, because she has all kinds of goodness to sell as well. So I think that would be so much fun, if she has a channel. And she doesn't even need to have a channel to do that, but still, I think it would be great to be able to support her, and, just one more. Plus, she's got cool sheep. She's got a sheep family.
Well, and I didn't even know Sandy has a website. What are you talking about? She has a website.
The cutest website.
Oh my gosh, I was so impressed. Sandy, I sent you an email from your website. Like, I was like, what? I can contact her? Are you kidding me? Yes, I'm in.
It's very cute.
Angela, Stephanie's really loving the groove you got going on with that double page spread.
Oh my goodness. Like, doesn't she need to go right there?
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking, on a lot of these pages that are just the recipe page, this one isn't though, but I think she needs to go there. She cracks me up.
I wanted to show Sierra. Sierra, look, the little apron that you sent me in Happy Mail. I just put a little sticker on the back of it, and I'm using it as a journaling card. I wanted to let you know. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you.
That's awesome. Oh, Suzanne.
I know. Isn't that cute?
Yeah,
thanks, Suzanne.
Sweet. Okay, so now I need to know, should I just slap it on there? I mean, it takes up pretty much all of this. I could eventually, if I need to, do some. I'm doing it. It needs to go right there, I feel.
Do it. I say
do it. But I got to save her shoes, because her shoes are priceless.
Absolutely.
We're going to lose a little bit. When I cut this out, I wanted to make sure I got a little bit of it's not really parquet flooring, but whatever kind of wood flooring that is. 1970s wood flooring. I was realizing when I was doing that 60s journal, I'm like, I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like I should be lacking on the amount of 1960s paraphernalia that I have. But I can't seem to find it. I'm like, maybe it was just because it was the colors, because I kind of wanted to keep to, that kind of kitchen blue color and the pinky. So maybe it was that. But I was just looking over at my mini totes of stuff. Oh, I better make sure this is the right. It doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, here we go. Okay, we got to keep her toes. Yeah, you guys.
I want to know, Carol, I want to know from the group if this is putting people on the spot kind of, but I cannot cut a straight line for anything. Is anybody else out there like that? Because I can't do it. I can't do it.
I can't cut circles.
Who can cut circles? I can't even cut a straight line. What are you talking about? A circle? I don't even attempt that.
That's what punches are for.
I know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Carrie, Sandy wants to know. She said she didn't get your email.
Oh no! I'm gonna go try again. I will definitely try again then, for sure. I just sent it from the contact section of your website. I sent it straight from that, but I will try again.
Yeah, I'm not the best at cutting straight.
Susie, Sarah, Dolores, Stephanie, they all say that we're all and Carol Johnson also. Nobody can cut a straight line.
We're all in good company then. Yeah.
Good company.
Yep, that's good. I always, and people share all these tricks, like, well, of course I can follow and cut a straight line right like that, but they say, oh, use your cut and then move your scissors up. Oh, that doesn't work. Come on. It doesn't. I don't think. See, like that.
I saw somebody earlier junk journaling. I'm trying to find it because I just, Delana, as someone new to junk journaling, where can I find items to use? Her local thrift store are either too pricey or they don't have anything. Any other suggestions, y'all? I'm going to tell y'all, I scavenge at my work.
Come to my live sales.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But you know what, Carrie, that is very true. All of these things that I'm using, this whole stack. If any of you have been in the medical field, you might notice these were when we had paper files, and you have to just destroy their names, right? So they can't. So I painstakingly sit and cut all of that out so that I can bring these home, because it guts me to think I have to. They're getting thrown away. But some of those things, if you change, even an address changes or you change a location, then all of your letterhead has to be redone and all of those things. Don't be afraid to ask, or just, if it's going to get thrown away and it's not anything that's critical or legally binding.
Right. Look at these guys, like these. I don't know if you use them. Again, I work in an office, so they're plastic index dividers. Well, if you've ever put binders together, you usually have some one-offs left over. This is a perfect because it's a different texture. You can do so much with it. You could make your own journal, smaller journal. I mean, there's just different things. This is a file folder. How many file folders do they throw away?
I know.
So that's kind of what I do.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Bye,
Cynthia.
No, Cynthia's not leaving. She was saying goodbye to Susan. I made that mistake too. I totally did the raid your own house thing when I first discovered junk journaling. Like, pull books off your bookcase, go out to the garage and steal the paint masking paper, go to your first aid part of your house and pull gauze and like Angela loves the tape, anywhere you can find anything, talk to people, because you'd be amazed what people are willing to give you if you put a list.
And you know what? Train them up, because I'll tell you what, our office team, everything, like all of those magnets from the year before that we had extra that used to go in the new patient bags from 2020, they'll keep everything. Angela, can you use this in your crafts? I'm like, well, yes, I certainly can.
And if you still got kids at home, you got school supplies.
Oh yeah, goodness. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, in junk mail, I mean, how many videos have we seen on junk mail and different things that people do with that?
That's right. Okay, I'm tired of working in this journal, so I'm putting it back in its respective place. I'm getting something else up. There we go.
Which one are you going to pull next? What are you pulling next?
Which one do you want me to pull next?
I want to see the shabby chic.
Okay. Well, I don't have much done, but that's good. I'll work on that one, because that one's actually not going to be a cookbook. It's going to be a pink party.
Oh God.
Yellow or blue? I don't know.
Let me see it.
All right, I'll just show you what I pulled. I'll just we can talk and I'll just flip through stuff. I've got to do that video from the South Dakota Travel Journal, because it keeps falling. It's my nemesis. It keeps falling over. It's like, just do this, Angela. It's talking to me. Now, so this is how I this is how I stay organized. I'm sure it looks like a hot mess to all of you guys. Oh, Lord. All right, let me get
That's
the binder out. I'll put this over here. But what I do is I do that for every one of my journals is, go through everything. And then I seriously sit in my chair and I look at every single section of my room. And I think, okay, what in that tote from the True Ephemera could I pull out of that? Or what could I washi tape? And then I put it all together. Because otherwise, I don't like to keep grabbing and pulling stuff out. So what do I have in here? Oh, well, I know you guys can help me. Oh, I need to... Hang on. This is going to shake a second. I just need to unplug it and plug in my iPad. Here was what I was thinking about doing with the tabs. Because obviously I don't want these red tabs in here, right? But what I thought I would do... I think I already did this. No, I didn't. Like, see this one? I cut 3 of them down in different size, different lengths. And then I made them into 3 pockets. And I thought I would just completely cover all of them. Like, cover them with some shabby chic-ish stuff so the red goes away. And then this is a 3, well, really only 2 pockets. 2 pockets, but 1 binder page. So do you think I should just cover all of those? I really like using them, so I don't know. What do you guys think?
You think the red is too much of a clash? Is that why you don't like it?
Yeah, because let me show you. Like, here's the things that I'm using. So these are some of my digitals. Oh, I'm just a hot mess over here.
I definitely think you should keep them in there. I do.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah, and cover them. Absolutely.
Yeah, and the other thing I thought is, like, what did I think? I had a really good idea about the tab portion of them. Oh, I was going to use just fabric. Like, every one of these would have just tab. Now, that won't work on that one that I did experimented with the 3 pockets, but I really like how that looks. Where did that go? Back here somewhere. This is also what I love about the shabby chic journals and the borders, the wallpaper borders. They go great in the binders. They look pretty.
Yeah.
And these aren't in order of any strip. Well, that one's upside down apparently. This one. I really like that. And it's already, all the work's done. All I have to do is add the tabs. I don't know.
Hey, can I give a shout out to Tammy? Tammy, Texas Sweet Tea Treasures. This is a Happy Mail item. Thank you, Tammy. I was hoarding it, but I'll put it in this journal.
Stephanie, that is, one thing, and I don't know, because you're relatively new to my live sales, but one thing that I do, and it's one of my favorite things to do, is do personal shopping for people. So I have a couple of other folks that are in a similar situation where they don't drive or don't have the the ability to to go to places that have shops, or their area doesn't have any thrift shops or places of that sort. And so what I've done is I usually just connect with somebody via email, and they give me a like, stay in this range, and here's the things that I'd like you to be on the lookout for, and then I shop for them. Yeah, so this is one of the, I think you guys have, well, Carol and Carrie, you've seen that digital, so I think I'm going to use those in there. I think I'm going to go a little bit maybe on the Victorian shabby chic side. So for example, like I don't think these are going to make the cut. I'm going to keep them in there, but I don't think they're going to make it because they're not really Like, and I've got these that I made, but I don't think they're going to make it either.
Yeah.
Those might.
Yeah.
Me. And these are from Oldestina Scraps. I love these babies. She's got
Aw.
wedding ones too, so I think I'll keep those in there. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe I exercise the authority to change my mind. So don't forget,
Absolutely.
you know what we have to do. We've been chatting, and I need to give away that binder. So now,
Yes.
I had a really great idea, but I didn't ask Carol about it first, who may think it's the most horrible idea in the world, because she's going to have to help. My thought was I would pick a number, and then
Okay.
whoever's comment that was.
Oh, yeah. That's doable.
But okay, let's just make sure you can. Oh yeah, okay, we're good. We can get to the top. So I don't know how many comments there are, but we're just gonna go. I'm just gonna go between.
Pick a number, Ange. I'm not going to count my comments. So, haha.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'm gonna say. Well, let's go 71. Since
Oh,
I just got.
my.
Okay, that was probably horrible. Well, I think there's probably well over 200.
Yeah. It's fine. I'm just.
That's what I said. I was like, she's gonna kill me.
It just might take me a hot second, so you got to watch the comments.
Okay, I will.
I'll watch the comments. Beautiful wallpaper borders, Denise said.
Yeah, and I do have I need to start bringing some of those. I don't know that I have any in my Etsy shop. You know, to be really honest, I don't have a lot, kind of steering away with doing a lot of physical items other than my journals in there. And just bringing them to live sales a little bit more, you know. My wallpaper I still have in there. I still have the napkin bundles and things like
Stephanie
that.
said she'd buy a recipe card bundle from you.
Stephanie, oh yeah. A what bundle? I missed that.
A recipe card bundle. A recipe card bundle.
Oh, okay. I'll write that down so I remember, because I won't remember anything.
Okay, drum roll,
Hey,
please.
Stephanie.
Ooh,
Oh,
you
drum
were
roll. I feel like Clark Griswold in them.
Our 71st comment is Stephanie.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my
I
God!
Yes.
That's awesome. Oh, that's
Well, that is
awesome.
awesome. All right, so Stephanie is getting the binder. Let's see. Hold on. I got to tell you. I already started putting it together. So you get the binder. You're getting all of the pages that I'd already taken out. You're getting all of the little Christmas. There's not a ton of Christmas stuff in there. And I'm sending you my digital that I created just for these journals to you as well. And you know what?
What?
Yeah, and you know what's even more awesome? And thank you. Stephanie also purchased from the live sale the other day, and I am so happy for you. And you know, I'm not positive, but I think she may have won a giveaway.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm pretty sure. You are a lucky ducky.
You better play the lottery this week, Stephanie.
I know you better, girl. Okay, I'm gonna go put this by your thing so I don't forget. Hang on.
Hey, listen, guys, I want to tell you before I forget this, if there's something that I missed in the comments or you have questions for me, you can go on my channel and grab my email and send me an email. I'm happy to answer whatever questions that you may have. I look at all your comments that you do send me, but if email's easier for you, you know, that's fine too. It's the Carrie the Paper Monkey at yahoo.com. But again, that information's on my channel if you don't remember it from today. And anytime you have a question, I'm happy to do whatever, help you in whatever way I can. Not that, you know, I have the experience, but if I can, I'm happy to do that.
Well, and again, you know, be sure that when you get a second to hop over to both Carrie and to Carol, and make sure you're subscribed, because they do wonderful, wonderful content, and you won't want to miss their good their stuff. And if you haven't yet, also a thumbs up on this video really helps a lot. It helps us a great deal, and we appreciate that as well. I always tell this, every single time that I get on someone's video, no matter if I watch it for more than 10 seconds or so, I'm liking the video because I know that it does help, and otherwise I will forget. So I'm like, okay, first thing, get on there. If I'm watching it, I have to like it. I still on occasion forget, but I think I'm just going to cover these. Like, I'm just going to go for it and call it good. So I did cut all of these out already.
I was waiting to see what you were going to do, because I'm kind of thinking I need to do that in mine. I'm doing is just go ahead and cover those inserts.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, I mean, I probably wouldn't have thought about this, Carol, because I usually use a lot of them, and the extras, if I can, I will send them along in their kits, because I'm like, well, they might want them. And with these, they don't really match. So I'm like, well, what could I do with them? I think this is going to work. So we might as well experiment with it and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? It can turn out horrible, and we
don't put them in.
Yeah, that's
right. Carrie, for those who didn't see your video, can you explain your little subtitle under your title? Uh-oh, did I lose her?
No, she's there.
I know she's had a little.
Her.
Yeah, Carrie, calling Carrie.
Okay, I cut these already down, so I got to pick different colors. Darn it. And I think that I'm going to be like total rebel. And I think a lot of my pages in this shabby chic one are just going to be, I'm just going to embrace the wallpaper. I'm not even going to back them. I'm just going to be crazy like that. I don't know. We'll see.
Carrie, can you hear us? We can't hear you if you can hear us. Oh, she's waving.
We see your flanges.
Oh, she's going to try and go out and come back in again, I think. I love her accent too. I know you guys are talking about Carrie's accent. I was teasing my husband because between Meg and Carrie and Meg at Chasing Retro, Carrie, Paper Monkey, Tammy, Sweet Tea, Texas Treasures, I just want to say y'all now all the time.
Do you know, I find that I do sometimes say it a lot more than I've ever. I mean, that's just not a word that I usually say. I do. Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's saying she's having technical difficulties. She's finally in the chat.
Oh, Suzanne, shabby chic was actually, I think, coined by, was it Rachel? Oh, what is her name? I'm not going to give credit where credit's due because I can't remember.
Let her back in, Angela.
Okay, she's here.
Okay.
There you go.
What accent? Yes, no.
Now you're only on audio though, because she must have her screen.
Uh-oh, we're seeing your ceiling.
It looks like I'm at the dentist's office.
Say ah.
Yeah. So shabby chic is just like a lot of the old vintage florals and lots of laces and lots of what accent? Lots of all of the pastels, lots of textury feeling, chenille, and a lot of chintzes, and think Laura Ashley, if you will. A lot of her stuff would be like shabby chic, and it was kind of when it was coined, it was like an interior design style, if you will, and it was much around, you're taking instead of taking all the chipped paint off of an item and refinishing it back to its original. You're embracing that chippy paint and all of those things that might otherwise have been redone. So instead of either discarding it or ignoring or refinishing it, you're just embracing all of that. Okay, for the time being, I'm gonna. Does that help? Did I do okay with that? Exclamation.
Exclamation, yes. Yeah, I'd say you did a good job.
Wait,
Defining
can y'all hear
chapter.
me?
Yes, we hear you now.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay. Sorry, guys. That's what you get for living in the country. So I did hear you ask Carol about the subtitle, I guess, under Samuel L. Jackson, Better Behave. If you guys haven't seen that video, a few weeks back, my sewing machine conked out. And so I was fortunate enough to be able to go get another sewing machine. So I did that. And so I was working, one night I was out here in my happy place doing the fabric, all this stuff. And then the next day I came out and I was working on this journal with the oversized book pages. And I went to do this zigzag stitch and my sewing machine wouldn't cooperate. Well, if you guys don't know, I name almost everything. Like everything almost around here has a name. So my new sewing machine's name is Samuel L. Jackson. The reason that I named the sewing machine Samuel L. Jackson is because it's a brother sewing machine, and he's my brother from another mother. Well, Samuel L. Jackson was not cooperating with me that day. He was fine the night before, but for whatever reason, he decided he did not want to do the zigzag stitch that I wanted him to do. So I said in my comments in my video that we were fixing to throw down. Me and Samuel L. Jackson was fixing to tie up. But we figured it out since. I took the whole machine apart for no apparent reason whatsoever because, I don't know anything about sewing. I'm the who knew girl. Who knew that you didn't just have to drop the bobbin in? There's other steps to that. I just thought you dropped the bobbin in and you went to sew. No, not. There was a little step that I missed and I didn't thread it right. So, but now Samuel L. Jackson and I are okay. And he better not act up. He better behave. That's my story.
And you're sticking
to it.
But
yeah, so there's
no,
all kind of. Oh, did I go out again?
No, you're there.
And you're super zoomed. I don't know if you want to pull back a little.
I don't know how to.
Aw, poor thing.
Yeah, I know. So this is going downhill fast. Sorry, guys.
Uh-oh. Sandy says her sewing machine's in the timeout corner.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than a sewing machine that won't cooperate.
I had the very same thing. I shared when we first started, and I don't know. Maybe they're all going on strike. I don't know. It's not good though. And I'll tell you what, I had to watch a YouTube video about my sewing machine the other day because I was like, what am I doing? It wasn't me. For a change.
Yeah.
It wasn't user error.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm gonna like this, but this is okay. One thing that is another suggestion if you're working with wallpaper, don't use glue stick on it. You can, but if you want to save yourself some headache, use some other type of glue.
Y'all ignore the screen for a second. I'm gonna see if I can try and fix this because I feel bad now. Everything was going fine. I'm not sure.
Come on now. Why are you doing that? The beans and rice don't want to cooperate here. Gosh.
Okay. This a little better.
Yeah, that was better. Oops, we lost you again.
Well, you know what I found out, Suzanne, about my sewing machine that I didn't know? That it is a drop in, like you drop the bobbin and that's it. So I was doing, like on the other sewing machines that I've had, you actually, put it down. Then you have to, back up the little spinny thing, whatever you call that, and pull it through with your thread. Oh no, contrairement and frere, you just stick it in there, pull it up through the other side, and you're done. And I was like, well, I'm glad I watched this YouTube video.
See? So am I coming in loud and clear now, guys?
Yes,
You're
you are.
looking great.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Sorry about that, guys. I hate when that happens.
Let's see. I gotta see how these look together.
I think Stephanie, did you guys say that Stephanie had to go? Was she?
Yeah. She's leaving soon. She's going to dinner.
She took her money and run. She took her binder and run.
Dolores loves my knuckles. Thank you, Dolores.
That was because you were super zoomed in.
Yeah, I know. That's funny. Dolores has got a great sense of humor too, if y'all didn't know. She really does.
She does. I have my grandmother's cast iron sewing machine that's like the model just past the foot pedals. First electrical. And it's a workhorse. And I don't think it will ever die. I mean, I have a modern, fancy stitch one, but I love that old machine. I'll never get rid of it because sewing through the cardboard on journal covers and things, I go to that workhorse.
Yeah.
You do? You use that one? Wow.
Yeah, because it sews through 3 layers of denim and the cardboard and chipboard and all that. Yeah, so I'm glad I have it.
Yeah, I think those old ones are the best. I can't find a scrap.
I did put Samuel L. Jackson to the test the other day, and I did because I did a writing board for this cookbook journal. And I actually used him to sew through that writing board. And he did it. Maybe that's why he was mad at me. But so look, I did the writing board. And it's as thick as a little golden book cover, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. But I didn't. It was like one stitch at a time. Like I went really, really slow.
Oh, I don't want to use that either. I have a what is it called? Embroidery machine that I was using before I found the one that I'm using now is a Singer.
Mm-hmm.
And I got it at a thrift shop in Omaha for $40 or $50.
Oh,
and it
worked.
It works great. I know. Well, I did that because I had, we had the 2 locations. So I had a embroidery machine and I took that to Omaha. Well, then I really didn't need it when we were, combining our homes, right? And maybe it was Susie that was going to buy it for her daughter. And I could not for the life of me, somewhere really, really organized and great. I put all the pieces, that go to it, because there's the arm and the thing that like you would put in to make like tea towels and all of those things that embroideries. It does embroidery. I couldn't find it. So I'm like, I can't sell that to her because I can't find the things that go to it. Well, so I hauled the thing back. Because I was like, well, I'm not, I don't need it, but I might. Of course, the first time that I got it home and got it out, I found the whole entire box that was up on my shelf. I was like, oh, I feel so bad. So my point was that one, I had changed to like a denim needle or a real heavy duty needle that you could do denim and such with, and I just left it in there. Now I think I'm just gonna actually set it up and use it too, because there's some things that you don't like. I don't have the patience to change all that stuff on my sewing machine, so I'm like, well, I'll just keep it in storage, and when I need it for something heavy duty, I'll just get it out. So it's kind of silly to have change it, the little tiny needle, or keep a whole embroidery machine, but it never failed me and I never had issues with it. So
So let me ask you something, Angela. I got a cookbook from Sierra, and
Yeah.
it's a 3-ring. Let me show you. It's right here. But I wanted to ask this question while I had you, and some other people may know this too, or may have this issue too. This has a tear in the actual binder part. So I was going to be smart or whatever and try to. This is just duct tape because duct tape fits everything, right? But it really didn't. It really kind of didn't. So what would you do in this instance? Because I know I can use this and I want to use this. It's beautiful.
Can you open it up from the, let's look at it on that.
Yeah, I can take this off because this is not going to work anyway.
That's the very same one I'm using.
The inside it's not like this integrity is still here, but it is all the way. This whole piece is disconnected. The whole piece.
So what I would tell you, just like I did on this one, because that's the very same one as this one that also had the issue.
Okay.
So mine, again, the integrity was fine on the inside. On the outside, it was not. And I will tell you, I know I really should be sponsored by whoever makes that medical tape. That you could use duct tape on it and it will be fine. So use whatever kind of tape you have. But this is pretty thin and it doesn't, you can still move it easily. But mine was up here. It was all done. So what I did is, for now, I just have one layer of that on it. So then what my plan is that I will probably put another, I'll actually have Dave or somebody hold it for me and put another piece of that on there to secure it. And I may use something, even more durable, but I've used this before in other binders just like this that have had that issue. And then when you are ready to do your cover, that's when I make this part, my spine and right here, a real focal point, because you can, keep increasing that. You can put tons of stuff on there so it's not going to bust, and then cover it beautifully, and then no one will be the wiser. But if you're going, I would suggest on any of these binders, if you're going to cover your spine, especially if they're older. If they're newer, probably, they're going to hold up the test of, at least our lifetimes. But it's not a bad idea to just reinforce them anyway. Yes, Tyvek mail envelopes are great. Or if, like me, you have your house recited after a hailstorm and you go ask the dude if you can have all the extra Tyvek, which is exactly what I did.
That's awesome, Angela.
He thought it was weird, but I saw him taking that, and it was laying all over my house, right? Like all over the yard. And I thought, oh, well, he'll think it's nice if I say, can I have this? And then clean it all up for him. And he looked at me odd, and I went and picked it all up. But now I have, a lot. I think I can just pull this off here. This is the most fragile. Music paper. So did that help, Carrie? She's gone again.
Oh, no. So, Angela, tell us, I know you mentioned you're not going to have sales a couple weeks. Tell us when you are planning to have your next sale.
Okay, so that will be, let's see, what is, so there won't be a live sale for the next 2. Actually, I might be able to pull off one on the 31st. The 24th, for sure, there will not be a sale. I guess I forgot there's an extra week in August, isn't there?
Yeah.
So I've been telling everybody the next 2 weeks I'm not having a sale, so I'm just not going to. So I'll be back.
In September.
Yep, in September.
Awesome.
Yes. And in the meantime, I'm working on the journal covers and journal bundles. So if anybody watches the replay and, wants one of those, then just reach out via email. But I'm excited about them.
Yeah, I think that's going to be great.
And then
I'm sorry that Carrie's having technical difficulties.
well, I can see her there, and it says she's.
Here she comes.
But we can't hear her. Okay, Dolores has something I've not heard about. Librarian repair tape. Do you guys remember on
What's broad art?
Broad
Dolores?
art.
Broad art? I don't know that.
I in fact fortunately here I do have it. There on one of my videos I shared that when we were on that trip we went to, I always go to the libraries, you know, sometimes they either have baked goods or they have a book sale or whatever at that longest yard sale. And this gal was telling me book library supplies, and I put it in my notes. And I did say it on one of my videos, and I just don't remember what it was called. Demco, DEMCO library resource. Is it? So I bet you can get it there too, Dolores, but I have not heard of it.
Online sales, Angela?
Yeah. That's what she told me to go to. Now I have not been there, but that's what she recommended. I did buy, when I first started junk journaling, I did buy a bunch of book binding stuff, you know, like to truly bind my own, like just like a book that we tear apart. I've used it once. But it works to put the pages together, you know. That's going to drive me.
Hey guys,
Angela,
can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we hear you now, Carrie.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
We're just sorry you keep having difficulties.
No, that's a bummer.
You know, I love you, Carol. Carol is also on the docket to join me.
Good.
She's not so good. She's always busy. She's a busy lady.
She works all over the country, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Carol travels. Is that the case?
She does,
travels?
and she, you know, I need to talk to her boss because she doesn't travel to Des Moines nearly as much.
Oh, she doesn't travel to the right places.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Well, Carol, if you get to Louisiana, listen, look me up. We'll go to the Goodwill. 4 for $1 hardback. Remember, right now. Anyway,
Well, she left. Oh, in there. She's left the building, but this Carol would love to come and do that.
Come
too.
on, Carol.
I'm kidding.
How close are you to retirement, Carol? Tell us.
80 days, 90 days, 90 days, 90 work
90 days. When are we going to do a countdown? We need to do a countdown for Carol.
I know.
Maybe the last month we'll count down. Yeah, 90 work days. So I have some a little bit of leave time in there, but I'm really excited. It's the end of January 26th. I need to do something like Dale because it's my birthday and then my retirement, right?
Is it really?
Yeah. Dolores says she's been to Louisiana. Angela Suzanne wants to know if you'll do an antique mall vlog.
Oh, yes, I absolutely will. So do you care what antique mall it is? I'd be happy to do that. Do you know what else I thought about doing, but I have not done? But my friend Sarah from the Traveling Button, she doesn't do paper arts, but she and her husband sell vintage, and they have done, and I've always wanted to try it, but I can't. This is where I might need our Carol, our Lily Rose Blue Carol. But they have done a couple of live shop with me's, and then where you guys would actually shop the shelves. I would show you, and then you guys could purchase things. And they had, I don't know if they got the idea or had somebody else that does it, had kind of helped them through it, and it really worked kind of fun. I thought, oh, that'd be fun, but I can't do it by myself because it would be way too hard. But I think it would be fun to try it. So
that sounds fun. That sounds like
fun.
It? Yeah.
I mean, Dave would probably. who would reluctantly, but I'd rather have it be somebody who really was excited about all this stuff.
No, that does
He'd be
sound
like,
right.
"Can I
Really?
just go sit down on one of these couches?" Which is what he normally does when he goes to the thrift shop.
Yeah.
Suzanne says you can choose any one you want, Angela.
Okay. Yeah, I will definitely do that. In fact,
She
go ahead.
also says that she thinks it's Samuel L. Jackson that's somehow messing with Carrie's internet.
You see how sneaky he is. He already has Teresa. My friend Teresa already said he's got a potty mouth. Okay, now he's really fixing to make me mad.
Right. Can't take him anywhere. I hope you're watching, Samuel.
I'm telling you, we need to hashtag Samuel L. Jackson. When you put this on your playlist, Angela,
I
for
will.
those of you that don't know, you can go watch this again on your playlist. If this last 15 minutes wasn't painful enough and you want to go through it again, go watch the playlist. But make sure and hashtag Samuel L. Jackson, okay?
You got it. I got it. I will do that.
Delana says she wants to virtually shop with you, Angela. She's
I
needs
think
to
it'd be
build up her
fun.
stock.
And the one shop that I go to, I mean, I'm sure that they would love that. Or they just think I was weird, but they already think I'm weird, the things that so, but yeah, I should give it a whirl. What do I got to lose?
Yeah.
My dignity? No.
Dolores says she's been to Louisiana. I think she did tell me that in a comment. I think she did.
She said Lake Charles. Where's that from you?
Yeah, Lake Charles is west of me. It's about an hour west of me. Yep. That we call Lake Charles East Texas. That's what we call it. Yeah. Yeah, because it's very different here. Like if you like when they talk about Cajun and Zydeco and things like that, that'll be this area that I live in. It encompasses about 13 parishes because we have parishes here. We don't have counties because we're different. We know we're different, but there's 13 parishes encompassed. When they talk about Acadiana, they are talking about Cajun, Creole, Zydeco. So when you get outside of that little area, it's not quite as Cajun. Like when my daughter, for example, Leslie lives in northern Louisiana. Yeah, they're not the same. It's wonderful. The people are great. Don't get me wrong, but it's not southern Louisiana. It's very different.
Very true. Well, Carrie, guess what?
What?
We are at a point in which it's probably time for us to wrap up. Can you believe it? It's already gone that fast.
Yeah, I think so too. I have enjoyed myself immensely, and I really appreciate y'all. Everybody that stopped in. This is a lot of fun, guys. It really is.
I know. I really, really had a lot of fun with you guys, and I will make promises. Delana, I will do a shop with me, and I will also. Susan wants me to do a antique mall, and I'm gonna tell Carol Johnson she needs to make a special trip to do it with me because we've got some really good ones that we can do. But I definitely want to make sure that everyone takes a second and hops over to both Carol and Carrie's channels and gives them a quick subscribe because I couldn't do this without them, and it's just another reason that this community is so awesome is that I get to have friends like all of you and both Carrie and Carol, and it's it means the world to me. I really, really appreciate it.
Oh, so, look, Delana's asking for a quick flip too. So as you're talking, she wants a quick flip.
Do you want? Oh, well, I don't have. Well, I'll give you a flip of the one that's mostly done. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll flip and talk.
Flip and talk. Like I said, they're all in different stages. I can't wait till I get these all done. I'm excited.
Angela, do you do just flip throughs of your finished journals? Have you done that?
Yeah, I usually do that before I put them on Etsy.
Okay.
Or, if somebody, as we go, I usually do them. Oh, this one. Yes, but I do usually do those.
Okay. So y'all be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know
And
what I
again,
might
guys,
do.
go ahead. Sorry, Ange, go ahead.
What I might do with since I'm doing so many at the same time as they are done, then I'll do the flip through. So it'll be one at a time.
Okay.
Look
Yeah,
at
and
that.
if you
Who
guys
wouldn't want to
have any
pocket a bit?
questions for me, just hop on over and send me an email real quick, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have outside of this.
And also, if you guys have ideas about things that you would love to see us do in the future, don't hesitate to give us your ideas. I mean, I'm a jump in head first without really thinking about it. I'll try anything once for the most part, as long as it's not illegal or somebody gets killed. So I don't know, I'm okay.
Yeah, Angela's a real. She's one of those people I admire. She can go with the flow, and let's do it. Let's try it. I'm not intimidated. I'm not scared. And if she is, she's faking it pretty good because I've never seen her, be like that. She's great like that. Me, I'm like, let me think about it. Let me.
We got all the support for
Yeah, we do.
whatever style you jump into things. That's
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
Delena's requesting decade journals. I know she's talked to me a lot. She loves the memory keeping stuff.
Oh, you're
Denise is saying she wants to do shop the shelves with you, Angela.
well, awesome. So now here's the question: the best, and you guys can let me know too in the future, but the best time to do that, is during the day. So we'll have to do it like in a morning sometime.
So
Is that
what
going to
you
be a
like?
problem?
Are you saying like it can't really be on a weekend because they're busier? Is that what you mean? Or
I think it would be extremely busy on a weekend, and I think we're better off. It would be quieter, and we would probably get they stock the shelves on certain days, like on Tuesdays, so they'd be ripe for the pickings.
right?
So I don't know if that works.
Well, Well, I just know for me because I'm an 8 to 5 kind of worker, right?
Right. But like I told
But
Carol,
don't do it on my account, right? Poll. What does everybody else think?
well, I think you should all just put on your work calendars Angela, and then from 10 to 11 whatever
Yes.
on your calendar. I keep telling Carol from Lily Rose, I'm like, you just need to schedule me at 4 o'clock every Thursday that you have a standing meeting. It's mental health day.
Yeah.
Well, I think let me run it past the CEO. We'll see what they say.
Yeah, or have them call me. It's no big deal. I'll talk to
Oh,
them.
well, I'll even do that. Yeah, let me
Yeah.
have them call you.
Yeah, just say, hey, will you call Angela? She's called the Traveling Crafter. No big deal.
Suzanne Randall, thank you so much for the compliment. I really do appreciate the feedback and the support, and just you being here is really lovely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. Ditto. I couldn't have said it better. And all of our love to you, and the best for a wonderful week. Don't forget about me. I promise I won't leave you with no live sales. I just life is happening, so I got to take care of the fam. But I'll be back again. Carol and Carrie, thank you so much. I hope you guys will do this again, and
Absolutely.
Let us know what we can do to bring more fun to this little community, because we love it. Until next time, friends, we will talk to you soon. And as I always say, remember to take time to just be. We'll see you next time.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Bye.